It is exactly 8:58 a.m. and we're now going to be crossing over to Volksrus and we're going to be talking to our Superman. And that, of course, is you, Itani Rasalanavho, who is obviously on the long walk for Gaza, a journey of solidarity and hope. A very good morning to you. Welcome to the program.
No, thank you very much.
How are you feeling this morning?
It's time for confession. At about 2 o'clock, my feet were burning. My feet were
Oh,
sore, but I anticipated this. I had expected such. I spoke to myself to say this is what we anticipated and this is what we're going to do. We're going to continue and finish with this journey. And waking up, I became even more excited. Remembering where it is that we are going to go through from the scenery and the history of the area that I'm headed to, Volksras, to the Majuba Mountains. There's so much history. It's a beautiful place already. I'm seeing beautiful scenery, um, right from Standerton all the way, having entered now the Seme municipality, named after Pixley Seme. So I'm really looking forward to this, looking forward to the community, and building more relationships.
okay. Your long walk for Gaza is a journey of solidarity and hope. And obviously, we are urging everybody in all these towns that you're going through, and even outside of the towns and all around South Africa, to please donate generously because the funds will be used for healthcare in Gaza. We do have the banking details up on our website. If people can't find it, they can just give us a tinkle and we'll give them those details. Thus far, is it the fourth day into one, two, three? Yeah, it's the fifth day into your walk. What sort of support have you received along the way?
There's been a whole lot of support in all from all fronts. The community itself has been very supportive. Today, while getting some coffee at the garage, we realized that there's a number of petrol attendants who are very much aware of this subject that we're talking to, and we had a
Wow.
lovely conversation with them. It was surprising, but equally it's very exciting. It's not only the petrol attendants; it's a whole lot of people that we meet on the streets, and they hoot, they scream, "Free Palestine!" Away with the Zionists and such. That is the form of support. Other than that, there's been a lot of support from community members in all the towns that we have gone to. They've been very generous and supporting this program. Um, I honestly have not focused much on what we have been acquiring, how much we've been acquiring, but we've been doing exceptionally well. We've been doing exceptionally well, and we are anticipating more and more. Yesterday, we had one of the biggest programs that we could ever had in terms of attendance and support in Harry Smith. Yes, we're in Harry Smith yesterday, in Free State. That the support was massive. And bearing in mind that you remember the journey is from Joburg to Durban, it is supposed to be on the N3 or somewhere closer to the N3.
Mm,
Harry Smith is somewhere closer to the N3, but nowhere close to the R32, of which is the alternative route. It is difficult
mm,
to use the national roads walking with escorting vehicles. So we are using alternative routes. That is why you hear of small towns that we are speaking of.
mm.
They insisted that we should come on the Sunday. They are well prepared, and we trusted them, and we don't regret. So
Wow.
the support has been massive. Volkswagen have been calling, Newcastle have been calling, and I'm putting it to you now. We had four. We actually started with 10 towns. Leaving Soweto, we now had 14 stops. We are now finalizing for 16th stop. In KZN, there's a town called Glencoe.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that one, and another one I didn't register the name so far. They called this morning, so there's a second town that they are communicating. The people against oppression have been very assistful, have been in the forefront of this. They've committed themselves. I'm telling you again that in the walk, Mulana Rafik Hassan was very much touched by what we are doing, and he stood up and decided to come join us. He is an
Wow.
expert in this. He's been doing dawa all around SADC, and with
Mm.
him in this, we are gaining a lot. I'm gaining a lot of experience driving with him. I'm learning a lot. He's telling me a lot of information. So he is with us. As not so young as he is, he's going to be with me from
You
from. We started.
give him
We
my
met.
salams. Give him my
I
salams.
will
I
do
know
that.
him very
I will
well.
do
I
that.
know him very well.
If anything, we could have him together with me in the next interview. I know that we are still going to talk to Salam Media. Salam Media has been part of this journey from 2015. when we
Mm.
started discussing. The discussion on this was at the 2017. The discussion was at Salam Media about this walk. So I propose that next time you will discuss that with the production team. Maybe we could also have him as part of this discussion. So it's been very
Inshallah.
lovely. It.
Tell me, how did you prepare for the walk, Itani? Are you a walker or a runner?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm neither of the two. I won't lie. I'm neither a walker nor a runner. But it is something that initially, as I'm saying that in 2017, this is what happened. Um, in 2015, we learned that the wall was snaking around the West Bank, stretching
Right.
for about 520 kilometers. As
Mm.
such, it became an interest and a subject to myself and one Salah Abulaban from Bethlehem. He's an activist. He was here in 2019, before the COVID. He was here in South Africa. We discussed that and agreed that we will have this walk. And ever since, there have been delays here and there, COVID and all that. But at this point in time, it is the killings that have been taking place. I didn't have the stats, but I could tell that the amount of people that are being killed on a daily basis were not soldiers. It's children and women, of which it is
Mm.
strange situation. We've never experienced that. I've been asking people if they've ever seen a situation where 70% of the victims in a so-called war or a siege is women and children. It was the first time. And also, the manner in which we were addressing this issue, it became a big question to me to say, look, we are in the middle of the Ukraine-Russia war. There's been a lot of talks. There's been court cases that were urgent and dealt with by the International Court of Justice, and everybody was urgent to deal to point the finger at Russia and all that. Not in defense of Russia, but the question is, why is the world quiet to this subject? So I thought this could be one of the ways to invoke discussions, to invoke more activism from people to say, yeah, we want to be part of this. We want to be part of the discussions and all that, as well as purposes of fundraising, because already we knew that Palestinians are struggling with acquiring funds under normal circumstances. The people in the West Bank, the diplomats, are struggling with funds. You can imagine in a situation of war. We have heard of young kids that were amputated without aesthetics. That is a terrible thing. I've had a tooth removed with aesthetics. An hour later, it was terrible. It could have been worse, not
Yeah.
given. You see, so I
Mm.
can imagine what these children are going through. So I thought, let us do something about this and see who else could want to join or want to do more. I'm talking about we're raising funds for prosthetic limbs. We're talking about aesthetics. We're talking about hearing aids, because with all these bombs, there is definitely massive impact on their hearing capacity. This is a
Mm.
community that from now we need to ready ourselves. I always emphasize that we need to ready ourselves for a new South Africa, a new Gaza. In South Africa, in Johannesburg, we're talking about smart cities. In Palestine, we're going to talk about disabled assisting community areas. So everything must be built considering wheelchairs, considering those that are on amputation, on prosthetic limbs. So there's going to be a new community. So let us try to assist as much as we can. And the support has been great from South Africa. I need to say that again.
Itani, I'm going to leave it there because we're going to have to take the news in a minute or two, but undoubtedly we will be in contact with you on a regular basis. And I salute you for this amazing stance you've taken. May Allah accept all your efforts. It hasn't gone unnoticed by the community. We are behind you 101%. And I think you are an amazing human being doing this long walk for Gaza, a journey of solidarity and hope. The funds is to be used for healthcare in Gaza. Please donate now. You will find all of the information on our social media platforms. So you go well, keep safe, and we'll talk soon again, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum
Thank
to
you very
you.
much. Thank you very much. Jazakallah. You put a smile back on my face.
I'm pleased to hear that. Keep strong for the rest of the day till we speak again, inshallah.
Thank you very much. We'll talk again, inshallah.
It is 7 after 9 o'clock, news and views on Salam Media. And of course, our news correspondent is standing by, and that is you, Zaid Jadwit. We will be crossing over to get the bulletin of the morning.